Hi, this is Vince Glick with AASHTO, the Associate Program Manager for Business Systems here at the AASHTO Product Evaluation Audit Solutions. Today I'll be reviewing the Industry Document Repository with you on the side of the industry being able to upload into this interface. Some of the topics we will be covering during this webinar are: what is the DataMine Industry Document Repository, otherwise known as the IDR? How to upload to the Industry Document Repository, Buy America updates, and as they correspond with the IDR, along with the Environmental Product Declaration guidance as it is respective to the IDR. Navigating to DataMine at data.ntpep.org, you'll be able to find the Industry Document Repository under the Resources section of the website. Here you can navigate directly to the Industry Document Repository. This repository is a portal for industry to upload and facilitate Buy America and EPD documentation with product information already housed under the NTPEP, also known as the AASHTO Product Evaluation Audit Solutions Program DataMine interface. Now we're going to transition to a live walkthrough for the industry interface side of the Industry Document Repository. Now, when you log in as an industry participant into the DataMine interface, this is your standard landing page, your My DataMine interface. Now, for any product that you'd like to upload documentation to through the Industry Document Repository, all you have to do is navigate to Resources here at the top and head to the Industry Document Repository. For the purposes of this, I'm going to navigate to the PLS, the PLS interface for the Industry Document Repository. Now, as a manufacturer, you will only have a list of technical committees available that you are associated with in DataMine. So if you are only a geosynthetics manufacturer, you will have the GTX module available. In respective, if you're a thermoplastic pipe facility, you will only have the thermoplastic pipe selection available under technical committees. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to use the PLS interface under the Industry Document Repository. Now you'll see a lot of navigation features here in terms of managing documentation. But right now, we're going to focus solely on uploading a document. To upload a document, I'm going to click on the Upload Document function. And then I'll start with my NEPEP number that I'd like to upload a document against. Clicking the drop down, I see all the NEPEP numbers available. Now I use CIPP 2023-01-002 as an example. Here it populates the product name and facility location, so I have that information available. And then I have a selection field available called categories/tags. Upon drop down, if there is a long list and I like to filter this down, I'll be able to use a search box. Also, when I select a category or tag, I'll find that a prompt is available And this may provide a link to additional guidance regarding the documentation that I want to upload respective to the product. This may include guidance from FHWA, requirements, etc. Next, I'll select some state agencies that I'd like to associate this document with. Let's say I'm uploading a Buy America document according to requirements that I know fall in line with the Ohio DOT's requirements. I want Ohio DOT to be able to easily access this documentation in terms of searching for it. So I'm going to call them out by tagging them with this document. I can do this for multiple. What if there's a turnpike? New Jersey Turnpike is on here. I can also associate this tag. I can do multiple, and there is no limit to the number. We've imported a list of all the state agencies that we have on record here at AASHTO. So if you can find in this list, then please reach out to us. We'll make sure that we update it accordingly. Now there's a field here, product specifications. For facility audit programs, this will be available. Right now, we're uploading a document against a NEPEP number that is a product for a product evaluation program. If a facility audit NEPEP number is selected in it against a facility audit module, product specifications will be available and can be selected. Next, you have the option to insert a lot number or a heat number, or any standardized tracking numeric value that you use for internal records that you would like to associate with your document upload. Here I'm going to enter an example. Finally, we get to the document section, where we can add a document title and upload the document. We'll use a fee schedule as an example document for the purposes of this exercise. And now I can upload. You'll find a new line is populated against CIPP-2023-01-002. And easy enough, this is how you upload a document through the Industry Document Repository interface. Now we're going to move on to searching and navigating and updating documentation through this interface. You'll find parameters that are mostly standard for each module over on the left-hand side, calendar year, and the NEPEP number, product name or facility location. This is available. If you like to narrow down the documentation you've uploaded based on the category or tag, you'll see if you only want your Build America documentation to show up, this will filter it down to those respective line items. If you have a long list and you want to narrow it down even further, I only want to see the CIPP. These column-wise filters allow that option, along with several other based off of the column identifier. You can narrow down the table. I'm going to go ahead and clear these filters by hitting clear all. And you'll see the table reverts back to its original form. Now, if you'd like to double check the document that you already have uploaded, you can go ahead and download it here. Clicking on the NetPep number will take you to that respective NetPep number. The information against that NetPep number, evaluation or facility audit results associated with that NetPep number. But to download the document, you'll be able to do so under the actions. And you'll see that download shows up. Now, let's say we want to go ahead and edit one of the line items that we've already uploaded. Some new information has come to light regarding that line item, and we'd like to either add or remove some information. I'm going to go ahead and click this edit button for the line item. It'll bring up the line item from a previously uploaded line item against SAPL 2023-01-004. Hypothetically speaking, we'll say that we only had Arizona DOT selected. Well, it's come to light that Florida also falls into the requirements of this document that we've already uploaded. We can select Florida. We can even change out this document if we'd like. And we can upload, and the document updated successfully. You can do this for any line items that you upload, allowing the ability to persistently update your documentation as requirements evolve and change and become adopted in a more consistent means across multiple DOTs or their state agencies. Okay, and this is a good moment to take a pause and refer to the question and answer. I'm looking here, we have a question from Jason Keller. For manufacturers that have multiple plants, is there a way to upload the same document for all plants? Have the ability to select multiple locations, just like the product specification list? That's a very good question, Jason. Currently, we do not. Currently, you have to upload individually to each NetPep number that's in the system. Now, that being said, we're in the middle of a redesign for the Portland Blended Cement module. And we have a phase 2 of the Portland Blended Cement module that's going to actually cause an upgrade to this industry document repository later in this current quarter. So later in this current quarter, you'll actually find that what you're referring to, being able to upload a document, the same document to multiple facilities at once, and also persistently managing that documentation in the same way you're able to do right now for individual line items, you will have that available by the end of this quarter. I hope that answers your question. We do not currently have it, but by the end of this quarter, we will, and we're very excited. Okay. And returning back to the interface walkthrough. Now, that we've covered the basic foundation of what's available at the industry level in terms of uploading the documentation, navigating the interface, and persistently managing your industry document line items, we're going to take a brief look at what the DOTs see and state agencies that are signed up for subscription services see on their end. here you'll find the PLS interface under the Industry Document Repository, and you'll see those example line items that we uploaded before through the industry side. The difference here is for state agency users, they'll see all of those line items combined into individual line items. They do not need the detailed management interface that each industry participant has. So we're able to consolidate this into one direct form of file transaction. So for all those line items that were under SAPL 2023-01-004, they're all consolidated into one line item, and they can download them in bulk if they'd like to. They can also expand this line item, and if they wanted to, they can see the details of each document line item that was uploaded for the prior industry interface that we utilized, and they can individually download these. Same for the CIPP-2023-01-002. They have the same navigational features available. And they can filter by column. Clearing this is a brief look at the state agency view of the industry document repository. This way you have an understanding of how the detail and efforts used on the industry end to help manage your documentation is most effectively translated and consolidated to state agencies on their interface. And this concludes the live walkthrough. We'll return now to the primary presentation and review the a quick Buy America overview. Yeah. So as a quick overview of the current Buy America guidance per FHWA, I've included a link at the top of this PowerPoint, and please be advised that this PowerPoint will be distributed along with the recording in the post closure of this session. As a quick update, per the OMB guidance, Office of Management and Budget at the FHWA, steel and iron, no changes. Construction materials, requirements effective November 2022. New information in the OMB final guidance per the guidance communicated August 23rd, 2023. Manufactured products, they are currently waived. Reevaluation is underway by FHWA. New information is also available in the OMB final guidance, August 23rd, 2023. Additionally, not too relevant to this group, but maybe down the road with future participants, EV chargers requirements effective March 2023, assembly in US and July 2024, 55% of cost of chargers. And waivers, new minimus and small grant waivers, per August 16th, 2023. Details on all of this information is available at that link at the top. Again, I will distribute this, and it will also be included in the YouTube posting, a description. I'll include these links so they are accessible. The US DOT public interest waiver, some additional information, the waiver of Buy America requirements for de minimis costs and small grants. And as previously advised by leadership, AASHTO supported these waiver conditions when they were proposed back in November 2022 and submitted comments of support to the Federal Register. These comments are accessible on the FHWA website. This waives Buy America requirements for 5% of the amount of an award up to $1 million. Waives Buy America requirements for federal financial assistance awards of less than $500,000. No longer does it waive miscellaneous components that comprise less than 5% of cost of iron or steel products. Caveats: this applies to awards obligated on or after August 16, 2023. The 5% waiver does not apply to steel and iron. Maintains exemption for $2,500 of 0.1% of the award, whichever is greater. Neither waiver applies to EV chargers. Those are separate rules. And if you'd like more information regarding this Buy America update and the comments AASHTO submitted against OMB communication, please feel free to reach out to myself or Van, and we will be able to facilitate that dialogue. Environmental product declarations. For those of you familiar, you'll find a large amount of environmental product declaration information in terms of FHWA guidance and sustainability initiatives on their website. I've included this link. Again, it will be communicated post-session. As state departments of transportation become increasingly conscious of infrastructure's environmental burdens and seek more sustainable strategies, they are looking for measures that accurately reflect the environmental impacts of each alternative. EPDs communicate the greenhouse gas emissions of construction materials in a transparent and standardized manner. They provide an opportunity to reduce negative environmental impacts by transforming the project delivery process. Here on the right-hand side, you'll see this table 1, environmental impacts reported in an EPD for an asphalt mix design. This is based on a hypothetical scenario from National Asphalt Pavement Association. It's a great example of that final product of the EPD. Often referred to as the nutrition label of a transportation material. This documentation will be an effective way to communicate to state agencies at this level. There's a tech brief available at this link. Again, I will communicate this out for the environmental product declarations. It provides a roadmap for developing the product category rules, developing the life cycle cost assessment, its respective data aspects, environmental impacts, requirements and guidelines and reporting. Finally, developing the EPD, cradle to gate, cradle to site, and cradle to grave, and then publishing the EPD. That would be in large part, the IDR would be a portion of that final publishing workflow. So I highly encourage everyone to seek out that guidance. When you go to upload a document into the industry document repository on DataMine, and you select those categories, you will find links to the guidance for both the environmental product declarations and the Buy America waivers. You'll find all that information through the links that are prompted when selecting categories in the industry document repository. Now we'll also provide it post-session. Okay, that brings us to questions. I'd like to open up the question and answer box for any questions. We've had a couple already, and we are happy to provide any information. Okay. That's a great question. Will EPD be a requirement? That would be at the state agency level. We've had some state agencies suggest that they may be requiring EPDs be uploaded into this IDR by their industry participants. And if they have products that are being evaluated through the product evaluation and audit solutions program, state agencies may start to require you to upload your EPDs that correspond with that product through this interface. The great part is, the great part is there's no additional cost to use the IDR. That is something we are really excited about. For those DataMine users, you're already in DataMine, you're submitting products, you're participating in the facility audit programs, you're participating in the product evaluation programs. It is no additional cost to use this IDR. It is there for you. It's state funded. So if you're participating in the product evaluation and audit solutions program, the IDR is a bonus. You get to use it at no cost. IDR. Any other questions? And if you don't feel comfortable sending anything, having something answered here, please reach out to me. My information is up on the screen, vigalic@ashto.org. It's also my telephone number. Feel free to email me outside of this. Be happy to answer any questions. Very, very excited about the IDR. Okay, we have a question here. So, for example, if Ohio DOT logs in, they can filter the products to only show the products that have them tagged, correct? Yes, that is correct. If we have 1,000 products in the system and only 143 are tagged with Ohio DOT, they can select Ohio DOT and boom, they only see the documents that are facilitated, that are associated with them. It is a lean, clean machine. We have another question here. Will the IDR be treated like other programs where it will be up to the states and other agencies to designate what needs to be uploaded to the IDR? Yes, it will. So it will be on the states whether or not they want to require it. I mean, this is kind of a different animal because we're not charging anything for it. And it's kind of a no-brainer in terms of document facilitation. I mean, and at the same time, if there's an option out there for DOTs not to have to house that documentation internally, and they can have a one-stop shop and it's at no additional charge to the industry, it's most likely going to end up being required. They're going to require it out of just the fact that they don't even need to create a new standardized process internally to manage documentation and house it. So unless they already have one in place, and I only know of maybe 3 states that do. So hopefully we're at the game. We're able to provide a service before we have siloed solutions out there based on agency requirements. Will there be a time when industry will have to pay for this, or will this be covered by the states? That's a good question. So the only hypothetical where industry will need to pay for this service is if at some point we decide to include products that do not go through the AASHTO product evaluation and audit solutions program. At that point, we would need to charge a very, very, very low fee for data facilitation, data management, and ongoing support. For industry that is currently participating and ongoing participants in the product evaluation audit solutions program, okay, so your products are being evaluated, your facilities are being audited, the cost of the facility audit or the cost of the product evaluation has a built-in cost of data support and maintenance already. So your database maintenance for ongoing support you've already been paying for, and that's you're putting more data into the system. It's the same cost of maintenance and support per system. So no change to the current participants, but for those participants that for non-participants, for industry that is not participating but wants to facilitate documentation in the future, there may be a cost. I hope that answers the question. So the time is 2:38. Thank you. And we will conclude this webinar. I'd like to extend a great thank you for all of the participants on here, all 95 participants on this webinar. And I just received a word from our business development manager over here that it was at 105 at one point. We had a few drop off, but for the majority of the session, we had about 105. Outstanding. I like to see the enthusiasm and interest in facilitating this documentation in the most efficient way possible as we move forward into the ether of Buy America documentation, environmental product declarations. If you have any questions post-session, please feel free to reach out. And Thank you again to all industry. For those who have already been participating, who are on this call, just for more education or representation, and for those who are eager and interested to move into the process, thank you. And this concludes our webinar. Have a great and fantastic day.